Yeah, Jerry, I'll put it in the private. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
We're doing some little stuff here.
Yeah, we're looking at Claude.
I don't know why. Oh, because I made it bigger so I could show Jerry something.
Got preoccupied.
Good to see everybody. Steve has got the flu. The boy can't stay on the right side of the thermometer for nothing. But anyway, we're here.
Yeah. Good morning. Let's go through the list, Steve. Okay. Elmar, Bernard, BHS, that's JP over there. Daniel Banks, Gerald Stewart, Jeff Thornton. This thing keeps moving. Grandpa Rouse, DES, Dave over there, Lynn McCurdy, Ray Bertelstein, Rob T-Man, Steve Train Waybill, Steve 87. I saw Wigwag earlier. I don't know where he got to. And Mark over there, CBQ. And miss anybody? Container Man snuck in. You know, the bad thing is, you go, it's in alphabetical order. And then if you're a C and I'm at D or I'm at S, I don't see you. Good morning, everybody. Good to see everybody.
Lynn, the first part of that question, or that question right there, is up for debate. And it would depend on who you ask.
Is Claude okay?
As far as the picture, I found out what I was doing was plugging my phone into my charger while I was on the show, so it wouldn't lose battery. And I got used to doing that with my old phone. With my new phone, I don't have to. It'll stay on. The battery's strong enough it'll stay for the whole show, so I don't have to plug it in. I think that's what was causing it to flip. I don't know why it would, but I quit plugging it in. It hadn't flipped since. So
interesting.
Yeah, find something new every day, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Yeah, we do.
Oh, and I wanted to say thank you to Rob. He texted me last night when we were having all the storms and stuff to make sure I was okay. Appreciate that, Rob. Yeah, they went both sides of town here, but they're pretty good with the Doppler radar. They can see just about where they're at.
What kind of storms did you have? Tornadoes?
They had tornadoes, yeah.
You too, Dennis?
One west of town, pretty good size one west of town. At least it looked big on the Doppler radar. They never got eyes on it because it was dark. It's hard to see them at night.
Yeah.
And then they had a smaller one that was out east of us.
They were all west of me by probably 100 miles, give or take, which is generally how it happens. They build up on top of us or maybe just to the west of us. And by the time they develop into anything that's hairy, so to speak, they're east of us.
Yeah, all the stuff that came through here last night was coming up out of North Texas. I mean, it was streaming pretty good. And it kept building, the rain would come through and then it'd build right behind it again and just kept feeding that same trough.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming in front of the front, but anyway, typical spring in Oklahoma.
Steve 87, where are you stuck at? Where's here? Did any damage from your tornadoes, Claude?
I haven't seen the news or anything this morning, so I mean we don't watch the news very often.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard anything yet, but then I haven't looked either.
I know Clio Springs got hit, which is kind of where I work. Either Clio did or north of Clio. I know that there was one on the ground that went north of my facility. I haven't heard how bad it was yet, but
that's just north of Fairview, right?
I wouldn't say just, but I guess it depends on your definition.
About 5 to 10 miles north of there, Clio Springs.
No, it's
further than that.
From Fairview's be more like 30.
Oh, okay.
This is the only non-train related conversation I'm going to have here. What do you guys do at where you work, Dennis, if a tornado is in your area?
Shelter in place.
That's it.
The only time that we would not shelter in place in something like that is a grass fire. A big bad grass fire. One time I ended up having to help facilitate the evacuation of what would have been 1,000 inmates to an auditorium at a school
Oh yeah, that's great.
like 17 miles away. Luckily, they got that fire put out after we got our second busload of guys in there. And
Why were they so concerned about a grass fire and not a tornado?
Well,
smoke.
You know, if you can't get out, and you know how many people could die just from smoke inhalation in an enclosed place, that would not be a lawsuit that anybody would want to have to deal with.
Huh.
Yeah. I was going to say something else, and I forgot what it was. Which is
no, we should probably find something train related.
Yeah, train related. Let's talk trains now.
Yeah.
So
I see that Claude has bought some track. Does that also mean you've got something in the back of your mind as to what to do with it?
Oh, stuck in Chicago.
Track, yeah. There's $80 worth of track, 6 pieces.
But that's
where'd you get it from?
That's shipping.
Oh, I got it from
shipping was horrific.
Probably $30.
Yeah,
big discount, something or other. I don't know. There's something on eBay.
Yeah, he won't sell to me.
It was a impulse buy because I was on there checking stuff I had on there, and I saw it and I thought, you know, I better start buying a little bit here and there because it is so damn expensive anymore.
Why won't he?
Luckily, I'm not going to need a whole lot.
Why won't he sell to me?
Yeah,
I ordered track from him 2 years ago, and just as soon as I ordered the track, he canceled the order. And he didn't email me. He didn't say, "Hey, I can't ship to this address. Do you have an alternate address? We can work something out." He just canceled the order.
right.
And so I asked him, I'm like, "So, you know, why did you cancel the order? Couldn't you have sent me an email?" He blocked me.
Did you give him bad review or something?
No. I think I sent an email directly to him, tried to deal with him directly, you know. And he did. I you know, I was a little irritated. The tone of my email may have felt a little more heated than I intended it to. But I mean, if you're going to cancel someone's order, I feel like
at least
you should reach out to them and say, "Hey, I'm going to have to cancel your order because I don't deliver to PO boxes."
Yeah.
You know, which is something I deal with all the time. And generally they let you know beforehand, before you ever hit purchase, that we do not ship to PO boxes. And then I could either email them and say, "Hey," or I can switch my address to my physical address, which doesn't exist anywhere in the U.S. postal system, and which causes even more problems, but that's a whole nother topic.
JP, it's a eBay seller. I don't know if you guys want to mention it, but
Claude, I don't have anything against him. I get it. You know, I understand why he did what he did, I guess, but it just seems kind of silly to me.
Yeah. You know, all the prices on there for any of that stuff, finding it is the hardest part. Finding the size of track I want and
for
a narrow gauge.
Yeah, for you guys.
That's the hard part.
Narrow gauge is the hard part. For normal.
But I looked at microengineering, and it cost you about the same from ordering directly from microengineering. It cost about the same. So
I get mine from Harris Hobbies.
Well, I've got stuff from Harris too, but for the most part, they're all about the same price, as far as, at least on eBay they are. And then I checked microengineering direct, and it was about the same price from them, within $1 or so.
Would shipping be as much from microengineering though?
Yeah, it was up there. I don't know that it was quite as much, but it was, if I remember right, it was at least $20. And most of that's because it's 3 feet long.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be. I mean, it shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be that
No,
that
shouldn't be.
expensive. Like I say, I sold one of the locos I was selling on eBay, and the package was, it's about 13 by 13 by 5 inches, weighed
Yeah.
about 3 pounds. So I paid seven something for the label on eBay, put it on the package, sent it, and I get a rebate from the U.S. Postal Service for $1. So I know the shipping can't be that expensive, but they want to charge, extra for all the packaging they put in. They sent this 3-foot piece, 6 pieces of this track in a box you could have gotten 20 bundles in. And there's no reason to pack it that big.
Yeah.
None whatsoever.
Well,
Get a picture, a tube that you roll pictures up in or papers up in and ship it in that. It's a
I
lot
think
cheaper.
it's the length is the issue.
Yeah, but if you get it in the tube, it's not as expensive. I mean, it's more than
I
say,
think
a
the
flat
length
package.
is what causes. I think because it's over X number of inches, no matter what you do. I think that's at least that's what Harris Hobbies told me. Because I exchanged emails with him, and he said, yeah, I had to go up on my prices for shipping because at one time, he was absolutely the cheapest person you could buy track from, and the shipping was very reasonable then. And he had to go up because he said the U.S. Postal Service, anything over 28 inches is what I recall. If it's over 28 inches, you're going to have to pay more because of the length of the item.
Well, I know when you buy just rail, like to build turnouts and stuff, I used to get the 3-foot stuff I was getting it from Fast Tracks.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it's bad enough paying it because they're in Canada.
Yeah.
$14 shipping. $14 shipping. The last thing I got from Fast Tracks cost me $14 to ship.
Yeah.
Was that?
But
been a while.
The 3-foot stuff used to be the same cost as if you got it in 18 inches.
I wonder
if the weight was basically the same, then it was about the same price, and now it's like double that.
I wonder what because of all the tariffs and all. Which
I didn't see a change at all in my order for Fast Tracks.
No, this was
not
before
one
that.
bit.
How long ago did you order stuff from them?
2 weeks ago.
Oh,
I
wow.
got. I got it right here. I got me another. This is a flex twist. What they call them, twist ties.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you break that out of the fret, and then you can bend it however you want. Which, if you need a curved turnout, that's how I prefer to do curved turnouts. And then I got a bunch of the PCB ties, and there was something else I got too, but it was $14 shipping, which is right. I mean, I've gotten stuff that was more than $14 shipping from Florida. So I don't buy into that whole, because it's in Canada, it's more expensive.
No. Not so much that, but it was the length, the 3-foot over the 18-inch length of rail.
Right. But I still think that's going to come down to USPS. Because it has to go into their hands eventually, right?
Yeah, they used to be about the same price, and then the longer stuff went up. But there again, if you want it, you got to get it to where you're at, unless you can go pick it up. But anyway.
Good bag.
Mystery solved.
Yeah, Georgia Sunbelt. Anthony over there said something about Scenic Express order. They wanted $87 to ship super trees or something. That's ridiculous. Doesn't Scenic Express give you free shipping if you spend over a certain amount of money?
I was thinking anything over $50, but I haven't ordered any scenic material in over 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
I bought a bunch of that stuff whenever I did the time saver. I bought it in bulk thinking, I was going to need a lot of it later on. And I'm one of those people that I prefer to have what I need before I begin whatever it is I'm doing, so I don't have to wait on anything.
But we do have a new train store here in town.
Really?
over in Tulsa. I've not been in there yet. I'm sure he doesn't have any narrow gauge, but if he carries micro engineering at all,
He could
I
get
may
it.
go there and see what it would cost me to get it from him.
Yeah, he might be able to get you the something under the manufacturer suggested retail price. Sometimes you can do that.
Well, if I can get it just for the price of the track and not have to pay the shipping on it,
Right.
you know, that would save a ton. Because hell, this was
Yeah.
almost $30.
Yeah.
For those 6 pieces, and that was just shipping.
Yeah, it seemed to me like the price was $28 is
Yeah,
give
this was
or
20.
take the shipping for anything over like 18 inches or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes, if you have a store that's kind of close to you, you might pay a little more from it, but you're not going to get whacked on shipping,
Yeah.
especially big things like that. Track.
Oh yeah, if I was only paying half as
Unless
much,
they
the
jack their
shipping cost.
prices up.
Well,
right?
even though, even if they do jack their prices up, it's still it can't come out to the cost of shippings on
Right.
something.
It shouldn't anyway.
Well, that's
for
the
sure.
thing. Yeah. If I can get it, I don't care
Yeah.
what he charges for it. If I can get it cheaper than when I can get it
Right.
offline
Exactly. Yeah.
with the damn high shipping
Exactly.
price.
The shipping prices can ruin a lot of purchases. At least
fact,
they do
I
for
will-
me. Some people don't care, but for me, they do.
I will patron a brick and mortar store before I
Yeah.
order something online, if
Yeah.
at all possible, if they've got what I want.
Yeah. Or
That's the
can
trick.
get
Is
one.
finding one that's got enough stock that they've got what you want.
Yeah. But
Or if you end up having to order it through the store, if I would still do, like, if I could, go 5 blocks to a brick and mortar store and order it and it not be considerably more expensive than what I would get it ordering it myself, I would still want to do that.
Yeah.
Especially if the store had things that I would want just to buy casually, like rail joiners, things that you might need on a continuing basis that you would rather not have to make an order for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Details.
Yeah. Anything that's like non-critical to your scale, because you guys are in a niche scale,
Correct.
Well,
Rolling stock and track is
it's hard.
The only thing, the only thing on the track is the width, the gauge of the track if you're getting flex track or buying commercial turnouts.
But like
that's what makes it.
You're in a position, Claude, where you could go to that local store. If he doesn't have it, he can probably order it, and like time isn't of,
For me, time's not a big deal.
So most guys go to the store and they need whatever, a turnout, and it's holding their little project up. And here they are at the store on Saturday morning looking for a turnout, and the store doesn't have it. Well, now I got to order it. Now I'm like, what am I going to do?
Another 2 weeks before you get it.
So, but like if you're in a position where you're not, you're going to build a railroad, you don't have everything. Now is the time to start getting stuff to,
Yeah. Well, and I haven't been in this
process. Yeah.
I haven't been in his store yet, so I don't have any idea what he carries. I'm almost going to absolutely guarantee he won't have any narrow gauge.
You never know.
But if he has micro engineering, it would be easy enough for him to get some of that in.
Or even, he could probably get it if he goes to any of the decent,
I just don't know what he carries in the store right now.
You got to go, Claude. You got to make a little trip.
Well, I do. I need to get over there, but
I'll probably get over there next week.
Yeah, he's over on Sheridan, about 60, just north of 61st and Sheridan, I think. On the east side of the road.
It's a What's the name of it?
Center.
Do you know?
I don't know. I don't even remember. I think it just says train store. But
how did you find it then?
Somebody told me about it.
Gotcha.
Somebody told me about it, and then I saw a picture of it. Must have been on Facebook. I saw a picture of somebody took a picture of the front of it. Oh, he he posted a picture of it saying, we got the signs lit now.
Ah,
I don't remember what the sign was. I want to say it says train store, but it's not,
yeah.
it's not any long name or anything like that. But I need to get over there and see what he's got.
Yeah, Hobbytown doesn't really count. Hobbytown has a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, Hobbytown is, yeah. I know I do try to buy like ballast and stuff like that from them.
I mean, they're good for glue and paint and things.
Yeah, I go in there for glues and stuff like that.
General hobby things, but
But
you know,
yeah, they've got as much frisbee stuff as they've got trains.
Frisbee?
Yeah, frisbee golf.
golf frisbee.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that has been kind of
Yeah, that's big,
big
and so
thing.
they've got a bunch of that, and they've got their biggest part of their store here in Tulsa is RC stuff, mainly cars, but also airplanes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like the hobby store that I go to.
No, Steve.
Models and RC stuff, RC cars, RC models, and everything related. Their train section is really tiny and it's overpriced, and you don't go there to buy train stuff.
No, I don't.
I don't. I mean,
about the only thing I've bought other than glues and scenery stuff is I think I went in there and got some rail joiners, and they weren't micro engineering. I ended up not liking them, and so I never bought any more from them. But I don't even remember what brand they were now.
I love the micro engineering rail joiners for micro engineering, except they're just too short. I would like them to be at least half again as long as they are, because if you're joining track on a radius, you need that extra little bit of length to help keep the rail from kinking. So I've got what they are. I've got some that are long enough that it just almost prevents any extra bend in the rail at the joint, but they're super loose, which is kind of good and kind of bad. I mean, as long as you've got a drop in that length of track, there's no concern about needing the electric connectivity from the rail joint, and then you will also get a little bit of movement for track expansion or contraction.
Container Man, make sure you're on live chat. Georgia Sunbelt. Yeah, Anthony, I do have Yankee Dabbler. And I'm fortunate enough that I do have other train stores that are really close to. So I'm pretty fortunate where I am.
East Coast has got still got a lot of brick and mortar hobby shops.
I make use of basically two, and that's Harris Hobbies for anything HO narrow gauge, and then the first other store I'll go to if I can't get it there is Iron Planet Hobbies, which is in Missouri, and I will usually get something from there like in 3 days, which is nice.
Well, they're just there in Springfield,
right?
So they're close, fairly close. Men's are in another state, but
I get
fairly close to me. They're probably 2-hour drive for me to get there, but.
Yeah, I get that from Human City Junction 10% discount. So
10% with code human.
Well, I mean, if you're purchasing something that's fairly expensive, it's nice to have. Yeah,
It helps pay for the shipping.
Like I remember when everybody was doing those Yankee Dabbler things, most of them were getting 5% or, and 5% is good too. I mean, anything is good, but 10%, man, that's a nice discount.
Yeah. Seems like anything the last, I don't know, probably 10 times I tried to get something from Iron Planet, that it wasn't in stock. So
there used to be a train store in hobby shop in downtown Broken Arrow, which is not downtown Broken Arrow is not very big. Old brick and mortar store. I mean, it was definitely, if you think of brick and mortar and picture that in your mind, that's what this building was.
Yeah.
But it was all Lionel.
Oh yeah,
all Lionel. I've never seen so much Lionel in one place in my life, but he had it all.
yeah,
And it was just kind of cool to walk through there. I was never, other than being a kid, when my first
yeah,
one was Lionel, but after that, I was never into Lionel. So,
yeah.
but I went in there looking for something one day, and this has been, God, 25, 30 years ago. And I was blown away by how much stuff he had in there. But he's gone now too. I guess he retired and they just sold everything and closed up
Yeah,
closed up shop.
yeah, yeah. It's kind of it's how it is. I mean, not a lot of people are to have a store that really only caters to train people. That's pretty tough now. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Well, that's why most of them you find anymore that are still in business are on the East Coast because they've got the
Yeah,
population to sustain
yeah.
them. They don't out in this part of the
Or
country. It's
like
really tough.
I have a store that's 15 minutes away. It's an old guy. It's in town. It's a brick and mortar store. I'm going to go there today, and he's been there since 1950s. I mean, the guy's 84 years old. And the only reason why he's still there is he owns his building. He doesn't have no rent. And he's got taxes, but that's about it. So the cost of doing business for him isn't as big as somebody starting out.
Yeah.
It might be renting, and now you got to, and you got to sell a lot of trains. And he doesn't even do online, and he does well, I guess. He's still there, but that's what he does. He's been doing it for, like I said, 40 years.
Yeah.
Even
It's
longer. I mean, yeah.
yeah, I miss the days of walking in as a kid and guys be this big and you're looking at all the stuff and dreaming about what you would get if you could afford it. And
Yeah, that's where I'm going today, Mark. Sattlers. Bruce. He's a great guy. He's funny. He's an old guy. I go in now, just chat with Bruce, and he's got a story, or he's always joking around. He's funny.
yeah.
But yeah, Mark knows it. Yeah, he's still there, still kicking. Yeah.
Heard lots of good
Oh
things
yeah.
about Otter Valley.
Otter Valley. We didn't leave that up long enough. I didn't see
Oh,
it.
sorry.
Canada. Oh, okay. Till
Yeah,
somewhere.
Otter Valley looks pretty cool. That store looks pretty huge. Used to go there all the time when yeah. Where else would you go? I mean, back then, I don't know. I don't know. Do you remember Ted's Hobbies? Was that around back then for you, Mark? Ted's. I remember Ted's. That was in Pensauken. Ted's Engine Shop, something like that. Ted's. Good old Ted. He was around for a long time too. But yeah, I mean, if you're in a populated area, chances are you're going to have some type of a train store, hobby store that might do both.
Well, I imagine most everybody remembers Caboose Hobbies in Denver.
Yeah.
They were huge. That was a big hobby shop.
Are they not in
And
business no more?
no, I went in there the last time I was up there. We went in there, and it was about half. The building was about half empty,
Really?
and yeah, they weren't evidently weren't doing business, very good business anymore. But they had still had a lot of stuff because the building was so big. But yeah, they even went out of business.
Hmm.
And they were online too. So I don't know if something happened in the background,
Right. Yeah.
that caused them to go under.
Yeah.
Somebody may know the story on that, but yeah, it was a shame because it was a nice. I'd always heard about it, and so we went up there to see the museum, and I thought, let's go find that place and go in. And they had just moved to this bigger building when we went up there, and it was, half empty. It was kind of sad to see, but
Well, container man, your truck is bigger than a car, so
yeah.
that's what happens when you got to drive around in your tractor trailer. Good thing you didn't have a trailer with you.
Yeah.
How's your buildings, your background buildings coming along, Jerry? Have you made any more progress we haven't seen yet?
I've done it. Basically, like put it together wise. Yeah, I mean, it's really like hard to tell what I did, but you can kind of see. I put the top on there, and I talked about the brick. Uh, but yeah, pretty much done. Just gotta pick a color and paint it. I don't know
Yeah.
what I'm gonna paint it. That's the thing. But yeah, that turned out really good. I'm kind of happy with it.
So
Uh,
what
cover.
industry,
What is it? I
what
don't.
industry is that going to be?
The back of the building. I don't know.
The
It's just
background building.
It's the
it's
ass end of the building. You don't care, right?
it's a yeah. I haven't figured that out either.
Uh,
And
But
it's all that Carson cardstock or matte board or whatever.
I mean, that's no. I mean, it's based like the structure of it is the Canson, the Canson cardstock, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just covered it with styrene.
Oh, okay.
All this is styrene, right? All this is Plastrock, the brick. Really, you can't like this camera won't focus on the brick that well, but
Right.
it's all brick. And I like it because it's not cheap. Plastrock is not cheap, but it's all like it's dressed stone they call it. So it's there's variations in you know it's not all flat. There's some raised stone. Yeah, no, it's all this. I covered it all with Plastrock or covered it all with evergreen styrene, and that stuff worked great, man. Um, yeah, I mean, it was like, and it's a good sturdy building. I mean,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I think I'm going to do the same thing with my bigger building. Just cover it, cover the card stock with styrene. You know, it's only 20 thou thick, the styrene that I used, but yeah, it name it what? What should I name it? Georgia Sunbelt. I'm not following the chat, but yeah, I was really happy with how it turned out. Like where you didn't, Dennis, you decided not to do anything with the buildings that you constructed, right? Maybe
Well,
you will, but this stuff,
there's a couple that I built out of that I went ahead and skinned with
okay,
wood.
okay.
But most of mine were mock-ups of a specific building that I had a kit for.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, but like, yeah, I would, yeah, I have no problem, you know, building the building out of the cardstock and then skinning it with something. If you didn't like the cardstock, but you could even paint the cardstock. It's good stuff. The cardstock, this Canson cardstock is really nice stuff, and it's inexpensive. It's not, and it's easy to work with.
so can either one of you answer his question, Daniel's question? I don't
I
use
mean,
cardstock,
I
so
think that would be prudent, right? I can
Yeah,
definitely say that
yeah.
my buildings, I got one handy here.
I don't use cardstock, or I'd throw my
Back
2
of the
cents in.
building. Yeah, yeah. I guess if you're in a non-climate controlled area, leaving it might not be a good idea. But yeah, maybe I'll spray the back of it. I don't know, just because.
But it's probably kind of like concrete. Concrete does 2 things: gets hard and it cracks.
Yeah.
Would say for sure on like a longer building, if you don't brace it,
Oh yeah, bracing it. Yeah, yeah.
like you can see where that's got a little bit of a
Yeah.
bow in it.
Well, even
But
this little one, I had to like this wall started to curve a little bit, but I put some thicker styrene on the top, and I kind of got it squared back up. But yeah, Yeah, I did that with. I had to do that with my big building. I put some braces in across to keep it from, from doing this. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the shorter runs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shorter runs is
I just
fine.
got basic corner posts for bracing on it, and I don't see any real.
No.
And that I've had this sitting on the layout for at least 2 years, I think. Which
Still
I'm
doing that.
did I
Good.
did was my hoist house, was that finished last weekend? Did I show that or
Mm,
Mm,
maybe should have.
yeah, I think you did.
I don't
okay?
know. But
Yeah.
I forget what I was going to say now.
Well, I was going to say on my flats that I used because I wanted them, to have a little 3D to them, kind of like what Jerry's got there. I use that foam
Foam
board
board.
with paper on both
Oh
sides,
yeah. You
and
could.
that works really well.
That works well too. Yeah.
And then I just printed mine are all printed fronts, on
Yeah.
the printer.
Yeah.
I've got pictures.
That's
I'll give
fine.
you those too, Dennis. They're from Lark Products. A whole bunch of signs and
I think
flats and stuff like that.
Daniel Banks said cardstock is fun, but it has some requirements. I think everything in the hobby has requirements
Oh, sure.
because
Yeah.
even if you did this out of wood, balsa wood, and things, you would still need to do bracing and all with it just to keep it from warping. Yeah, that looks good. What is that
I was
thing?
going to say, is that Petticoat Junction? Except it's got a top on it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no chick swimming in it, I guess, but this is Banta Model Works Hillside water tower, water tank.
What is
What
it?
you need to do is put a pair of pants or something hanging on the ladder there.
Yeah. This is what's going to feed the boiler in my mine. So just finished this up yesterday, and I think the only other structure that I'm considering for that scene is some kind of blacksmith carpenter shop. I'm just haven't figured out what to do yet.
Yeah, that's good looking though. I like that. I had
It's a very nice kit, very very clean, easy to put together.
Is it wood?
Yeah, it's all wood and or they give you like a cardstock template to build the legs with, which is a great idea. That was probably my only criticism of the kit, and it's really not a criticism as much as
how did they do the circle?
So it's a single piece of it's not plywood, I don't think. It's just a single sheet of like basswood that's etched, and then you wrap it around a core center. And that would be the only two improvements that, in my opinion, you could make on the kit would be the core that holds the wrap. There's one section of it that no matter what you do is not going to be supported where the two ends of the wrap come together.
Right, yeah.
So there's going to be a little area in there of just a lack of support. But you do have it on the top, because you've got the way it's put together.
Yeah.
what
And
kit
then
was that?
to Model Works Hillside water tank.
Okay, so it's just the tank itself.
Yeah.
So you opted to do the core yourself, or it came with the core?
It came with the core, and it's what it is it's like it's MDF that you put together like this, kind of hard to explain, but so you've got basically 3 levels that interconnect with each other, and you just wrap them around that. But there's going to be one section either at the top or the bottom, depending on how you orientate it.
Yeah,
that doesn't support the wrap.
Yeah,
for about a half an inch or so, give or take.
Yeah. I gotcha.
Which I did a video on it. It'll come out eventually. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a short video. I haven't decided how, and because it's only like 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Because there's just not a lot to the kit. You could probably build that kit in 3 or 4 evenings. You know, just working on it a couple hours at a time.
Yeah.
Well, it makes a good little tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. And it
It
comes
ended up, you know, when I saw it on the site, you know, of course I think I've got any of the pictures of it.
Are
There's nothing next to the tank to let you know a size comparison to anything else. So when I got it, okay. I was expecting
something bigger.
I was expecting it to be about half again bigger than it is.
Yeah.
But I think it works. So
that's fine.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those Campbell kits that had small water tanks up on top of the roof to feed the water down, and you know they're not this big around. You know, they're little bitty tiny things.
Yeah.
But they look really cool sitting up on the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it didn't need much. They don't need much to add a lot to the model or to the kit.
On that kit, Dennis, was everything wood or did it come with cast stuff?
everything was wood except for the piping, which was brass.
Okay.
If I'd have had plastic the same size, I would have used it instead of the brass. Just because plastic holds paint and brass does not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I find if you use get you like a Rust-Oleum or Carell, I can't remember which it is, self-etching primer, and spray any kind of metal part with that first, then holds paint much better.
Yeah, I've got Mr. You know, there's a whole line of Mr. whatever, Mr.
Hobby.
this, Mr. that, Mr. Primer.
Yeah, Mr. Hobby.
Yeah, I've got the metal self-etching, that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, that stuff is so smooth.
It works good.
I mean, I would say the jury's still out on it exactly. When I built my turntable that's in frying pan that's metal, I used it on it. But you know, it's a whole different ballpark on, is it something you're going to handle or is it something that's going to sit on the layout?
Yeah. Something static is fine. Yeah.
Right. Where that should never be touched. Once I get it set in place, if I knock any of the paint off, I should be able to go in and, you know,
what do the brass
touch it up.
modeler dudes do? Like the guys that do the brass modelers, you know, engines and stuff.
Well, like with that, you're gonna media blast it and you're gonna rough up the brass itself before you paint. And then all of those guys are diehard lacquer paint guys.
Yeah.
And then they bake it, you know, they put it on and then they put it in. A lot of them have homemade mailboxes that they have a heating lamp in and they bake it for however long before they do their next coat. There's a whole another art of painting brass a
ritual.
Yeah.
Well, it's something that you're going to handle, so you got to go through those steps if that's what you want to do.
Yeah. I think the biggest difference would be making sure that the brass is prepped well, regardless of what paint you put on it.
You know,
the last thing you want is a brass engine that somebody took a paintbrush to and just model paint.
This is pretty true about the entire hobby. There's steps that you got to go through if you want to attain a certain level of likeness, let's say. And you know, everything, you know, it all looks nice, right? It looks great, right? But you went through a lot of things to get there, right? And some people, it's fine. Some people aren't willing to go through all those things to get there.
Right.
But painting, and it doesn't matter what you're painting. It could be a house, inside a room,
that's
anything.
everything, like scenery.
You got to prep it well.
You know, now I'm getting into scenery, more realistic, nice scenery. and it was suggested check out Martin Wahlberg's stuff. He makes nice stuff, right? Nice bushes, nice shrubs, nice weeds, nice whatever, right? It's awesome looking. It's not cheap, right? And that's fine. For me, I don't care because I don't need a lot of it. But if you're doing a big layout, it can be a lot, you know? And, you know, you're allowed to say perfection. Yeah, perfection. Yeah, I mean, it's like, so like here's the thing, right? If you're doing a big layout, you know, you can afford a little I don't how would you say non-realistic things in your scenery, like fillers, that take up space and, you know, they're in the
Less
background.
photographic.
Yeah, like background things, less photographic, where things that are more forward are more detailed, usually, hopefully. So, I think
Yeah, you've got your signature scenes and your postage stamp scenes that you're going to
right.
go all out to make it as detailed and believable.
Yeah.
And then you've got your other areas where it's more impressionistic. I just want to give the impression of whatever it is that I'm trying to convey, and I don't need the same level of detail where I'm going to park that car in front of a business.
Yeah.
Oh, did Jerry freeze?
Yeah. No, I just it looked like I freeze. I'm reading a chat. Yeah, Martin's stuff looks nice, but I found somebody else. You can't get Martin's stuff. Like,
have you got that link? You could throw that link in the.
I don't know if I want to share it though.
I see how you are.
Like it could be like,
it's a little secret in the hobby that no one's aware of yet, and you want to keep it all to yourself. I'm all for that, Jerry.
I mean,
as long as you share it with me.
I'll share it with you, Dennis. It could turn out to be just like Scenic Express. Like, you can't get Martin Wahlberg stuff on Scenic Express because it sells out so fast. Yeah. They're the only people that carry it, other than Otter Valley, right? And like, once I get my stuff, I'll tell you. But before I get it, I want to make sure it's in stock. I want to look at it and see, does it meet my expectations of perfection? Before I tell you about it. But I'll tell you about it eventually, just not now. Yeah, but it's like stuff and man, I would love to know how Martin Wahlberg makes that stuff, because everybody likes it. I mean, and it sells out so fast. And he's in like the Netherlands or something, isn't he? Somewhere like over there. But, yeah.
I don't guess I know who you're talking about. I mean, I've never noticed it, I guess.
So Jeff, my layout is so small that there is no back. I mean, it's like in your face. My layout's small. It's not big, so it's like, I want that everywhere. I don't want it, put stuff in the back, that, I feel that, this is a nice enough building once I get paint on it that it would rival a Walther's kit or a DPM kit, or, just, that's my opinion on it. But,
yeah. Well said, Jack.
What did Jack? Stop putting emphasis on. No, it's like, listen, you don't have to be perfect.
No.
Okay. But for me, I'm a rivet counter, and that's how it is. Okay. I don't care what you do, Jack. I don't care what anybody else does. For me, this is what I want,
And that's
it's not emphasizing perfection. as much as it is,
No.
it's all so individualized.
Yeah.
What
It's like,
what satisfies me doesn't have to satisfy
Right.
you
Yeah.
or YouTube, for goodness sakes.
Sure. I mean, like, I have a look in my head, right? And that's what it is, right? I tried doing something else with bushes and shrubs, and I didn't like it. I took it out, right? And so it's just like, I have something in my head, and this is how I want it to look, and I have to get there. Yeah. And everybody's different, Some people, I mean, they're fine with just what they got, and that's fine. I don't judge you. I'm not scoring you.
Yeah, if all you want is
Potted
track on a
plant
piece of plywood,
filler.
more power to you.
What is potted plant filler? Is that like potting soil? Is that what you are saying, Anthony?
Plant filler.
Yeah. Yeah, so highlight what Daniel Banks said, and Anthony can answer that question. That is the thing, Listen, to me, like, that's what every time you do something with anything, your hobby, a profession, or something, every time you should just try to do it a little better, right? Don't just settle for this, step up your game a little bit and try to, do something a little bit better.
And that's good up to a point, but you can also drive yourself crazy doing
Oh yeah,
that.
definitely.
So
Yeah,
You
I
are the
find-
only person you have to satisfy, and if you're satisfied with everything you do, that's all that matters.
it's kind of like doing mudding drywall.
yeah,
If you work it too much,
yeah,
you'll ruin it.
yeah. There's a
And
point.
so at some
Yeah.
point you just got to know that that's going to work,
Yeah.
and it'll look a lot better than you think it will. But in your head, you've got this,
Yeah,
microscopic
there's a thing where
thought of everything's got to be just so. But if you try to do that, a lot of times you just drive yourself crazy.
you have to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. It's
Yeah.
like it's what it comes down to. It's like you could sit there and work a scene until you're, blue in the face, dead. But it's just and that's what
I always go after the bigger picture.
Yeah.
To give me the feeling of looking at something
Yeah.
real.
So
Because
yeah,
if you're looking,
like,
if you're
yes.
if
If you're
you're
looking right
trained-
here,
if you're train spotting or something like that,
Yeah.
you're not looking at all the details.
that's
You're
one of
watching the big
things.
picture.
You're we wear magnifiers to look, and we're seeing, and you see all this stuff, and then when you take them off, you don't see none of it. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's fun to put some stuff like, somebody
forget
sitting in an outhouse or
Yeah. Don't
somebody
be
doing something else. But it's really the bigger picture that is, to me, is the most dramatic part.
Yeah, it's
Well, and
all.
they do that, they do that really well at that Miniature Wonderland over in Hamburg. The place is huge, and you've got all these giant scenes, but then within those scenes, they'll have 2 or 3 postage stamp type scenes that are usually animated. And so that adds to the bigger picture. But they don't try to do everything like that. I think it would
I don't
just be
know, Jack.
impossible.
Some of us are naturals, and some of us aren't. It's just how it is.
Well, I mean, I guess it
No,
depends on
that's-
what you consider natural. I do think that there are certain aspects of the hobby that can't necessarily, I won't say they can't be taught, but I think
They
like your eye,
yes,
how you develop a scene can be taught, right? You can learn the elements of what a good scene should look, a good finished scene should look like. But some people don't have to be taught that. Some people, I think, have a natural ability to go, okay, here's the space, here are the structures. They can kind of do that without maybe looking at how it should be done before they do it.
Yeah, but maybe like it was years of doing something that gave them that talent, you know. Uh, it just, I don't know. There could be some natural. I mean, there's natural artists, right? I mean, I guess. I mean,
Oh, for
somebody that
sure.
has
Yeah.
a gift that can draw, and
So
but keep refining it. You getting better.
here's my take on the whole talent versus hard work. As a musician, I've known a lot of people over the years who were, I mean, fantastic high level musicians. Never met one of those guys that did not put hours
Oh
and
yeah,
hours
yeah,
and hours into getting there.
yeah,
So for me, talent
yeah,
will get you so far.
yeah.
But if
100%.
you don't put in the hard work, someone with a
Yeah,
different level of talent than you
yeah,
will surpass you in their current ability because they put the hard work in that you weren't willing to put in.
100%.
So
Yeah,
somebody who has a natural talent at looking at, because I think everybody has different levels of intelligence,
yeah,
athletes have a kind of intelligence that, people who sit behind desks and can do computer, there's different levels of intelligences. And I think spatial awareness and color and texture and those things, someone can have more talent in that area. But if they don't develop it, they're always going to be stagnant in that level of talent. So practice, regardless of whatever it is you do, is needed to get to the next level.
yeah.
Me too, Daniel.
A lot of people are, and that is the truth. The more you do it, the easier it is to do things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and Ray says the same thing. So it goes back to the
Define
age-old question:
art.
can you define art?
You can't really, because
It's
if
in
you
the eye of the person looking at it.
like you look at those artists, painters that like throw globs of paint on something that doesn't look like anything, but it's art, right?
I've got a picture of giraffes that my daughter did when she was in early grade school, and it's on construction paper. And I saved it, not necessarily because it was hers, because I thought it looked pretty good. And if you can tell it was done by a kid, but if you saw it in a museum, somebody would think it was a
Put
Picasso
a $4,000 frame around it and put it
Yeah.
next to something else.
Exactly. They would think, "Oh my God, look at the talent here,"
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So yeah.
So it's all about the person looking at it, and that goes for our hobby too. I mean,
You got to put the time into it if you want the results.
the trick is the
yeah,
person that's going to look at your layout the most is you.
yeah,
So that's who you got to please.
yeah. It's not like
Yeah.
it's not like you're going to have this constant stream of people in your layout room, like what's that place in Colorado, the train place,
Train
or
museum, yeah.
Northlands or Wonderland, or it's not like you got this constant flow of people that are going to be critiquing your work or looking at your work. It's for the most part it's going to be you that looks at your work, and if you're happy with what you got, then fine, keep going.
Or of course there's the whole other dynamic of I'm going to put my work out on YouTube and have everybody criticize it.
But that's the same thing as having your
Why did you do that? I'd have never done that.
people would you can't get around those people, but
No. And if you put it out there, you got to expect criticism. It doesn't matter what you're saying.
yeah.
But you still have to operate from the position of I'm the only one that has to be satisfied with this, right? And keeping that in mind as you move forward, and just kind of ignoring the criticism and going, I'm happy with my results. And for me personally, because it's a personal journey, right? You know, I always want to get better at what I'm doing. So I'm going to do lots of testing. You know, sometime before the end of this year, I expect to do at least 3 different tests on water.
So here's the thing, okay? If you start your sentence off, what do you guys think? Then you're open for whatever comes at you.
You're encouraging them to do that.
Yeah.
If you start your thing,
they're going to do it anyway. But
I really like this, which means I'm not interested in what you think.
I don't care what you think about what I just did.
I'm just sharing.
I'm sharing it.
You know, that's it. Because everybody, if you ask one question, you're going to get a million different answers for the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh yeah, that's absolutely true. There's no way you could listen to what everyone else would do on your layout. It would be impossible because everybody has, like my pancakes right here. You know, I see what I want that to look like. Everyone else who looks at it can only see what they might want it to look at. Yeah. So they might be concerned that what I see is not appropriate for what they see. Right. Well, I could, you know, that they see it and they can't envision the same thing I envision with the same structure in place. So therefore, there's some kind of concern all of a sudden that I'm not going to do it right. Yeah. The number of comments I've had about strata and the pink foam have been, you know, and I'm like, I don't know why they're worried about it because I'm not. Yeah. Or at least that's how it feels. I'm not saying they're actually worried about it, but it's a very interesting dynamic.
Well, that's our time, guys.
Yeah, didn't we start late? We're good.
Yeah, we're good. But
we didn't start real late, but
there's going to be a show next week.
Yeah. Do what?
Show next week, is there?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I don't think I'll be on.
Okay.
I don't know what we're doing next weekend. I know where we're going, but I don't know what we're doing. So I doubt I'll be on the show.
So do we need to talk to your wife?
Well, I know we're ending the show, but so at Christmas, we got these little card things that you scratch off based on the city that you're in. So we've got like 3 cards for Tulsa. I
saw those.
And we haven't scratched those cards off because that's part of the fun is we're here. All right. This is what it says we've got to go do. And that's what.
Well, if you're coming to Tulsa, there's nothing good under that.
And I won't be a bit surprised if the first card we scratched off is like some kind of business or restaurant that closed up 4 years ago.
The 14th
they'll probably have the gathering space on there, which is interesting, but you know, it's for younger people, in my opinion.
Claude, I know you're going on a cruise. When is your cruise?
We leave here the 16th.
Okay.
And I'll be back the 29th. So
okay.
I'll be here next week, but I'll miss the 2 weeks after that.
Gotcha. Okay. And Dennis will most likely not be here next week. Have a
good. I don't expect to be on the show next week.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Yep. Have a good weekend and good week. We'll see you guys later.
Yeah. Take care. Thanks for hanging out.